Hi, and welcome to this PowerShell quick tip video. So in this quick tip video, we're actually going to be taking a look at a few different commandlets in PowerShell, more related to actually Active Directory quick tip. But we are using PowerShell in order to make our system administration life a little bit easier. So this is mostly going to be used if you don't have your groups or your AD groups, security groups, distribution groups fully automated. In some cases, it can be a little bit hard to automate depending on the company structure. Sometimes people will often say, can you give access to employee one just like employee two has, or vice versa? And that's what we're actually going to be taking a look at today. So I'm actually connected to Active Directory right now through a remote desktop. So we actually have our two employees here that we're going to be using as an example. We have our test employee one, which has been around for a little while, and they have some groups here. So we can see that they most likely work in IT based on the different groups that they have here. And we want employee two to have the exact same thing. Now, of course, we can look at this. There's not that many groups. We can definitely add them in manually, but this could get quite cumbersome if you're dealing with an environment that has 20, 30, 50 plus groups for some users. I know for myself, there are definitely some situations where there could easily be 15 to 20 plus groups. And you might miss some sometimes if you type them out, and it could also just be very cumbersome to actually do all of them manually. So let's actually see how we can actually automate copying groups from one user to another. Now, there are multiple ways that you can actually do this. This is the way that I find is the easiest for me. So let's go ahead and let's actually create our script here. And you guys will actually be able to use this in your environment. You can literally just copy paste this code and put it into your environment, change the variables around, and you'll actually have a working tool at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and let's first create our three variables that we're going to need for this script. So the first thing that we're going to want, and I like to put it in here just because it makes the script a little bit more portable, is we're going to have a domain variable, and we're going to put this to our Active Directory domain. In my case, my domain is called Jacked. It's usually your company name, or the very famous Microsoft default one is usually Contoso. But we're going to put Jacked here because that will be our Active Directory domain. And we're going to have our from field here. And we are going to put that from our employee one. And this is going to be the username. So the reason why I know it's employee one and employee two, we have our two accounts here. And we're going from employee one to employee two. This you would actually just put in your users that you want to be impacted. So we're going to put employee two here. All right, so we have our three variables set. Now we actually just need to write the couple lines of code that we need to copy those groups from employee one to employee two. So let's go ahead, and the first step is actually just grabbing all the different groups that employee one is part of. Now, the easiest way I find to do that is we're going to create a variable called groups, and we're going to make that equal to get AD principal group membership. And we are going to make an identity parameter, and that's going to be our from variable. And then our server is then going to be our domain variable. So what we can actually see here is if we actually just execute these three lines of code, and let's just run this specific line just to get the group membership. We're actually going to see that we get all the groups that that user is part of, which is perfect. That's exactly what we need. And the only thing else that we really need at this point, you've probably already guessed it if this isn't your first video that you've watched on this channel, we're just going to use a for each loop. And we're going to say for each group in groups. And then all we need to do is add AD group member. And then our group member that we're going to be adding is going to be the identity is going to be the actual group. So this is where it gets kind of confusing. But then the other parameter is members. And then this is where we're going to put our to field here. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our server, and then we're going to put our domain here. So we will get a little error message when we actually run this because it tries to re-add it to domain users. And because you can't take out a user out of domain users, it's already part of the group. We're going to get a little error message for the domain users, but that is completely fine. You can actually even do a little pipe after the get AD principal group membership and exclude domain users if you would like to avoid that problem. We can actually take a look at that right after here. So let's actually take this code now and let's run it. And we're going to see the error pop up, and that's perfectly fine. And now let's go ahead, let's go back into our Active Directory server. Let's just refresh our users here. We're going to go into employee 2, and we're going to go into our member of, and there's all the groups. So if we actually go ahead and we compare that against employee 1, they are identical. So that is perfect. And if we actually go ahead and we just remove them again from employee 2, and let's just test out our little pipe here where we will actually just remove domain users. So let's actually just get this list of groups here once again. And we are going to say where name not like. I like to always use the not like, but you can definitely use not equals in this case here. Let's actually do that. Let's do a not equals, and we're going to say domain users. So if we actually go ahead and we actually run this code now, you'll see we don't get that ugly error message anymore because we removed that domain users because we know that the users are going to be already part of it. Because you cannot remove a user from domain users. And now if we go ahead and we just refresh this here, we will see that all the groups are there once again. And if we compare them once again, they look identical. So that is the easy way to actually copy groups from one user and bring them to another user. If someone ever tells you, can you give this person access exactly as this other person? This is the easiest way I find to do it. It'll save you a lot of time, especially if you get a lot of those types of requests. Or if you want to create multiple accounts in your lab environment, you want them to have all the same accesses, you can easily use this. You can also use the group automation that we've already done on this channel as well. If you can automate your AD completely, you kind of reduce the need for this, but sometimes you do need these odd end scripts to make up the lack of features that you just can't automate sometimes. So hopefully you guys liked this quick tip. We will be doing a lot more again with Active Directory, especially with the new dashboard that we're going to be working on very soon. This is just a nice little quick tip to reintroduce us and get us used to Active Directory. And if you guys have any comments or questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. If you guys have a specific Active Directory question, please let me know down in the comment section below as well. And please remember to hit that subscribe button, that like button, and also be sure to hit that notification bell to be notified when that next video comes out. And I will see you guys on the next video.